Hello, you are welcome to today's lesson where I'll be taking you through a sub topic under grammar. We are going to look at subject-verb agreement. So we are going to look at subject-verb agreement. The subject and the verb agreeing in a sentence, also meaning concord. Concord. So there should be an agreement between the subject of the sentence and the verb in the sentence. The subject and the verb in the sentence. The subject meaning the doer of the action in the sentence. So the verb and the subject must agree. Okay, we will explain further when we look at the words carefully, the words we are going to look at. Okay, so for our objective today, the student should identify the relationship between the subject and its verb in the sentence. So you must identify the relationship between the subject and its verb in the sentence. Then also write or form sentences in which the verbs agree. You should be able to write or form sentences in which the verbs agree. Okay, all right. This sentence could either be sentences you are speaking out or saying, okay, sentences you are making orally. These sentences must make sense. It means that when you form a sentence, the subject you are using should agree to the verb. Let us look at some subjects or sentences, indefinite subject, okay, indefinite subject, and see how we can use them. So for our lesson, we're going to look at the use of none, nobody, each, not one of them, everybody, anybody. I'll take the words again. We are going to look at subject like none, nobody, each, not one of them, everybody, anybody. Okay, so let's start. These expressions take on singular verbs. That is the most important thing you should know. These expressions, when you use them, you should know that they take up singular verbs. They take up singular verbs. Okay. So when we use a word like not one of them, the verb that should follow, it can be a main verb or an auxiliary verb. It should be singular. Okay, when we use every, the verb that follows should be singular. All right, so these expressions take on singular verbs. Example, neither of them is good. Neither referring to, so we are just using two. When we use neither referring to two, okay, just so between these two, neither of them is good. When I want to use more than two, so I have three boys, none of the boys is good. None of the boys is good. Okay, so I'm referring to none of them. So I have more than two use. When you use neither, referring to two, strictly two. When you use none, referring to more than two. I hope that is clear. All right. Not one of them has done the work. So I come to the class and I'm talking to the class. Not none of them, not none of the girls has done the work. I will go for a singular verb. Note that, singular. So even though you are talking to the whole class, you are addressing more than one person. Because this is an indefinite subject, you use a singular verb. Every child was given the necessary attention needed. So the singular verb here is was. Okay, I hope that is clear. All right. Now let's look at the use of everybody here. Everybody, the use of everybody plays two roles. Okay, it can be used for singular and then plural. But the one using it should know what exactly he or she is going to use after the use of this word. So this can be used properly, bearing in mind the pronoun after the verb in the sentence. Example, everybody pays his or her dues. I hope that is clear. Everybody pays his or her dues. So you know that after the verb pays, you are going for a singular word. So his or her. I hope that is clear. Okay, now let's look at the use of this one. Everybody pay their dues to the secretary. So the use of the verb pay here tells you that the pronoun that should be here should be a plural pronoun. Let's take that again. Everybody pays his or her dues to the secretary. So because we have used pays, we must know that we are going for a singular subject, okay? I hope that is clear. Then when we come to the second one, we have everybody pay their dues. So there is telling us that we have used a plural pronoun. I hope that is clear. Okay. Now let's note this. When we use neither or either, if the subject is joined by no or, okay, the verb agrees with the subject nearer to it. So when you are using neither or either, okay, and you are joining, you are adding no or, you should know that the subject closer to the verb, okay, must agree. So example, neither my sisters nor mother is around. I hope you are making sense. Neither my sisters nor mother is around. You realize that we have the use of is there because the subject closer to the verb is a singular subject, mother. Now let's look at the second one. Neither my mother nor sisters are around. So we have the use of are, which is a plural verb here because of the word sisters. The subject sisters closer to the verb are. All right. Then the last one, the use of either. Either Anna or the boys were here. Either Anna or the boys were. So the question is, what is the subject closer to the verb were? Or do you even know the verb? Okay, so if you know the verb to be were, then it means that the subject closer to the verb must agree to the verb were. So boys, which is plural, will agree to were. Okay, then the second one says either the boys or Anna was here. So here we have Anna as a singular subject, hence the verb was is used. I hope that is clear. All right. So I have just taken you through indefinite subject and how to use this indefinite subject properly in sentences. Okay, it could be spoken language or written language. Most especially when you're writing your essay, the verbs you must know that must agree. Okay, subject-verb agreement is something examiners are very critical about. So knowing your subject will help you use the right verbs. Okay, knowing your subject of the sentence will help you use the right verbs in making sense. Okay, so you have looked at none, nobody, each, not one of them, everybody, anybody, and we were taking through everybody. We should know that everybody can be used as a singular subject or a plural subject. The one using it should know the verb to use and what exactly or she is referring to, as we have in the examples given. Then we also looked at the use of neither and either. Okay, the use of either or neither, where we sometimes join nor or, and we said that when we have nor used, okay, then we should also know that the subject closer to the verb must agree. So where we have two subjects mentioned but one happens to come before the verb, directly before the verb, okay, then we identify the right verb to use. So in the examples where you have neither my sisters nor mother, we have is as the verb used because mother is a singular subject, is closer to the verb. Okay, then we also looked at the use of either. Okay, the use of either, which goes with or, and we also looked at an example to be either the boys or Anna was here. So because we have used Anna, which is a singular subject, directly just before the verb, we have what? Was. Then for the other one, because we are boys coming before the verb, we have were. So that is it about subject-verb agreement. The subject of a sentence agreeing to the verb of that same sentence. I believe we've had a fruitful lesson, and I know that as we continue to use them, we will be familiar with them and also improve upon our spoken language. Do well to be safe. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.